Devastation from Hurricane Dorian. The now Category 2 storm has battered the Bahamas for days now. Winds and floodwaters have left hundreds of homes completely destroyed. At least 5 confirmed dead in the Bahamas. Officials fearing that death toll could actually grow. We have team coverage of this historic and deadly storm. We first begin with Univision's Chief Meteorologist Albert Martinez. Albert, Dorian has been quite a slow-moving system, virtually sitting over the Bahamas for many hours, and it's been battering those islands, causing catastrophic damages and death. Many people have been reported missing, while survivors have taken to social media pleading for help and prayers. Lorraine Cáceres has much more.
Said this is a historic tragedy for the Bahamas, saying they've never been hit this hard. Meanwhile, the United Nations and the International Red Cross are mobilizing to deal with the unfolding humanitarian crisis. So far, people in South Florida are stepping up, collecting donations to send over to their neighbors. In Miami alone, there are 16 places where donations can be dropped off. If you'd like to help, the city of Miami has a website with all the information. That URL is miamigov.com, and then go to Bahamas Strong. Andrea, back to you.
Lorraine, those images are simply devastating. Every time we get new video coming into our newsroom, our prayers go out to them. Thanks so much. And now check this out. A satellite image from a Finnish look at these astounding images of Hurricane Dorian from the International Space Station. Expected to feel some sort of impact on Wednesday, while North Carolina and the southeast area of Virginia may feel impacts as soon as Friday. And now moving on to another major story that we're following today. At least 25 are dead and many more missing after a dive boat caught fire off the Southern California coast. Authorities now identifying some of those victims. Juan Carlos Gonzalez has the very latest. Thank you so much for that report. And now to the deadly shooting in West Texas that left 7 dead and 25 injured. Federal officials now confirming that the gunman had a federal ban preventing him from owning a firearm. Now there are new questions about how he got the assault rifle used in this attack. Let's go to Salvador Duran for more details on that gunman. And this weekend's mass shooting in Odessa, Texas was a 6th mass shooting in the last month, 53 killed in August, adding to pressure on the White House and Congress to act on guns. This as President Trump also responds to the massive Hurricane Dorian currently churning off the coast of Florida. Now, in regards to gun control, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell said that the Senate stands ready to vote on gun legislation in the wake of several mass shootings, but only if President Trump is also in agreement to do so. And coming up next, and welcome back to U News. It's still not exactly clear what prompted a security alarm and SWAT response at Newark, New Jersey's airport on Monday. About 200 people dropped everything and ran out of the terminal when a ticket agent issued an evacuation order. Rafael Rodriguez has the story. This morning, the CDC's newest warning about vaping, this one focusing on vaping marijuana with bootleg cartridges. Jorge Hernandez has more. The U.S. trade war with China has now entered a phase that, unless things change, will likely affect the wallets of American consumers. This as we enter the year's busiest shopping season. Peggy Carranza has the details from New York City.
This is not all. Higher tariffs were also set to kick in for another batch of Chinese products on December 15. In New York City, Peggy Carranza, U News.
Now to immigration. Undocumented immigrants around the U.S. are on alert after a new Trump administration rule that will expedite removal proceedings. The rule makes it easier to deport someone without a hearing before an immigration judge. Pablo Gatto explains. When we come back, a 15-year-old becomes... Welcome back to U News. 15-year-old Devontae Jackson was shot and killed in Chicago over the weekend. The student would have started his freshman year of high school today. His community held a vigil to honor the teen Monday during a violent Labor Day weekend in the Windy City where more than 30 shootings took place. Paola Byron has more. Elsewhere around the country, in Alabama, A 14-year-old reportedly confessed to shooting and killing all 5 members of his family. Police say the shooting happened Monday night in Elkmont. About the break, major news from around the fall approaches. One more food. Let's now go to Annabelle Sedano with what's trending, kicking things off with a move by YouTube to combat hate speech. Annabelle, take it away.
Hi there, that's right. And we begin with this. More than 17,000 YouTube channels and more than a habit. That was your daily dose of tech news. I'm Annabelle Sedano. Have a good one.
Thanks, Annabelle. An automaker known for its high-performance cars says one of them can exceed 300 miles an hour. Over the weekend, NASA now has a preview of what's coming up during the second hour of U News. Caro, what do you have for us today?
Thank you, Andrea. A lot more coming up in minutes as Dorian continues heading north. Hurricane hunters risking their lives to fly into the eye of the storm. We'll give you a closer look at these heroes in the air. And in Texas, the site of 2 major mass shootings in just 1 month, we have a closer look at new laws that would actually loosen restrictions on firearms on that state. And attention parents, could you be passing your anxiety to your children? We have a report about one mom who realized she was doing just that and what she decided to do to fix that problem. That story and more coming up shortly. Back to you, Andrea.
Thank you, Caro. Lots more info coming up next. And of course, thank you for staying with us. Welcome back. Good friends may be hard to come by, but as many people know, they can come in any size or shape and any species too. Meridi Marangi has a story of a miniature horse up for adoption in Pennsylvania. But if you want this horse, you also need to adopt his adorable best friend. Great story. And to Michigan, gardeners are hoping their bee pollinator hotel will help improve honeybee populations. Sharon Mullins, the gender of those little pandas. And that's all the time that we have for the first hour of U News, but stay tuned for the second hour. We still have much more information coming up next today with Carolina Sarasa. I will see you soon. Thanks so much for watching.